Alright, what is up, internet?
It's your boy Shinobi.
I just wanted to show you a little deck tech today. This is my first time doing this. Let's see if I can get it done in one take. This is the deck I've been working on. It is Turtles and Tokens. It's a Brawl deck. And let's pop it open here and show you the commanders. We got Donatello paired with Michelangelo. Now, usually people do, they'll do like, I've seen Leonardo, the 5-color one with Michelangelo, but I really like Donatello, so I wanted to do these two. Also, Donatello has some cool combos, so this is a combo deck. Mainly, this is the key combo card here. I'm gonna go over a couple of the key combo pieces, starting with this one. We got Basking Brood Scale. Every time it gets a counter, we're gonna make a 0/1 Eldrazi. We can sack that. Is to basically get this card plus Donatello, ideally with also a Tyrian Soul Cleaver on the battlefield. If we can do that, or if not the Tyrian Soul Cleaver, we could also have a token doubler like Doubling Season on the battlefield. This will double the amount of tokens that we get. So every time we sacrifice, or every time we get a token, you know, it'll be 2. So then we could sack that one to do some crazy stuff. So you'll see what I'm talking about. Not the best at explaining, but just know that the deck is built around Baskin Brood Scale. And the whole point is, again, we're just trying to get it out and make infinite colorless mana and infinite +1/+1 counters. Yeah, I'm gonna showcase at least 2 games. Here's the deck again. I'm just gonna scroll through a little. If you want to pause it and take a peek at everything, feel free to do so, obviously. I'll go ahead and go to this screen here so you can see the stats. I want to get this to 30 creatures, and also don't take this as like a, you know, you gotta play the deck like this. This is just my take on the build. If you guys can make it better, make it better. Heck, if you can make it better, let me know. I want to make it better. But yeah, these are the stats. That's that. And let's go ahead and just jump into the games. I will see you guys over there. Alrighty, so now we are here at the game screen. Let's get it. Before this actually starts, I just want to say like, comment, share, subscribe, help your boy out. What do we got here? A Mind Skinner. Let's see how you like my tokens. This hand is... I almost threw up in my mouth a little bit. That should give you some reference. So we're gonna start with an island in Tamiya. Now it's really good. This card is like, I wouldn't play this deck if you don't have this card almost. That's how good it is. I'm gonna show you why right now. We're gonna play this as green. We're gonna cast my swing in. I like to put the counter on the Tamiyo, the first one, especially if they don't have any big blockers, because that way, swinging in to make the clue, I can at least deal 1 damage, and then I'll start putting the counters on Michelangelo. But Michelangelo says, raid the fridge. At the beginning of your second main, if you attack, get a +1 counter on a creature and get a food. So yeah, we're just stacking up the tokens right now. We do have a Realm Reborn in our deck. 4 mana. We have lost 2 lands and a candy. A blue player, so they don't really have responses. I could blow up their reaction. Alright, now we here in game 3. I had to jump on here. This is future me, future voiceover me talking right now. Not to jump scare you, but I had to come in here and kind of commentate this match, man. Got my mic to work finally. But anyways, this game, boy oh boy, is it a game. It is a game of Magic the Gathering indeed. So you're gonna see my opponent start spamming their emotes. I don't care. I'm just gonna be doing my merry thing, especially given the hand I have. I know I can win, so I'm going to let the rest play out, and I'm gonna come back when it gets spicy. Enjoy. Voiceover Shinobi back again as promised, and this is where it starts to get spicy. So I cast Kappa Cannoneer. I end up getting a Brood Scale from the Hardened Bonds, which is insane. Now at this moment I knew all I had to do was untap with the Kappa Cannoneer still on the board, and I have game. Because I have enough mana to cast Donatello and the Brood Scale. It doesn't matter what he exiles. As long as I untap with Kappa Cannoneer, I do not care. But you'll see how I make a misplay here, and oh my god, it's the misplay of the century. I was so mad. I was malding for a very long time, but well, not a very long time. I was malding until I promptly turned the game around. Spoiler alert. But let's just watch. So he feels very powerful right now. I get it. You know, he's playing Ugin. I would feel powerful too. But little does he know, all I needed was to untap with this Kappa Cannoneer. I don't know why my Brood Scale only costs 1 green, but I'll take it. So we immediately smack down the combo. I then count my mana to decide should I equip the Soul Cleaver or should I just adapt. And we end up going with the adapt option because I don't have enough mana to do both. So bam. Okay, so boom. Now this is it. All I had to do was just keep on clicking on the Brood Scale until Kappa Cannoneer said 25 or more power. And literally you're gonna see me sell the bag in a second here. So I'm clicking away. I start talking my own little mess because, you know, I think it's over. And right there is the mistake. For some reason, I clicked the token instead of clicking the Brood Scale again, which caused me to fizzle. So I was like, damn it. Luckily I had at least 9 power to kill Ugin, but I ain't gonna lie, I was sweating right here. So then obviously he goes for the Kappa Cannoneer because that was game. It represents game. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did think it was over at this point, but I wanted to keep playing because I just don't like conceding. And I figured, you know, it's an infinite combo deck. I can get some other infinite combo to, like, attack him for game. Him exiling my commander isn't the worst. It just costs 2 more. We can recast it. Now, also a little fun fact, he cannot target my Brood Scale with Ugin because Brood Scale is actually devoid, which means it is colorless. That's something I learned today. So anyways, I equip the Brood Scale now. I'm deciding how I can, like, get through my deck here most efficiently so that I can draw into something to win the game. I decided to go with Mikey so that I can attack. Or no. Oh, I guess not. No, I'm sorry. I decided to go with Mikey just so I could draw a card. I could have played the Teething Wormlet looking back on it, but I was thinking, you know, he makes tokens, whatever. And yeah, as you can see, he is saying good game like no tomorrow. Which is just, the more he's saying good game and spamming emotes, it's just making me want to win the game even more. So, oh man, this victory felt so good. Oh, spoiler alert. Alright, so I don't think it gets super, it's gonna start looking bleak for me. I'm gonna come back when when I start turning the game around. Alright, and this is where we start to turn the game around. This is where I locked in. So I was like, okay, I gotta start gaining life. Or I don't have to, but I mean, I can start gaining infinite life. So I put down the Wormlet for that reason. And then we just proceed to start infinitely making tokens. But I'm thinking in my brain on the most efficient way to use my mana so that I can try and get down either this Urza or this Terra Symbiosis. I ended up figuring out my way. I ended up figuring out that I can cast the Arcane Signet with 2 colorless to then have a green to tap for the Terra Symbiosis. So that's what I'll do here. You'll see eventually I think about it. And the reason why this is important is because I'm just trying to draw cards so I can get to a way to close out the game. And right now we have infinite colorless. It's just we're, you know, each colored pip that we have to pay is not infinite. So I'm just trying to be efficient and think hard about that. Okay, so boom. We slam down Terra Symbiosis. And what do we draw? Let's see. I'm saying it like I wasn't there, like I didn't play the game. Okay, so boom, we get a Delighted Halfling that does nothing. But then I start thinking like, okay, well, I have infinite counters, so I just start proceeding to try and make both of these creatures that can attack. I decide I'm gonna make them both big as heck. But then I realize eventually also on top of that, that not only can I make those 2 infinitely big, I can make as many of, you know, as many infinitely huge dudes as I want. And it was at this moment I decided Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Screw this guy, because he's been talking so much mess. He's gonna sit here and watch me make an infinitely large board of infinitely large creatures. So that is what we do. I guess I'll just let the rest play out, and you guys can watch and see how long he sat here for this. But yeah, the power of infinites, man. Never give up. Stay tuned till the end of the video for the wrap-up explanation. But that's it for me. Until then, enjoy. All right, and we back here at the end of the video, boys. I wanted to go ahead and go over a couple of things I failed to mention in the beginning. Also, the matches were supposed to be commentated, but my mic audio just, I don't know, man. My mic just does not want to work with me these days. So let me go ahead and get this part recorded before my mic goes out on me here. So I just want to go over real quick again. Donatello plus Basking Brood Scale. Once you have these two permanents on the battlefield, you have infinite token generation. Because every time you make a Eldrazi, you're gonna also get a mutagen token, which you can then use the mutagen token and the Eldrazi to put a counter on the brood scale to make another mutagen and Eldrazi. So that's the main thing you want to do with the deck. Everything else just helps with that combo or gets us to that combo or protects the combo. You have Kellen for ramp. Defense of the Heart can go grab any 2 creatures, one of them being the brood scale. What else here? Junkwinder is just kind of funny. Maybe you can find something better, but it taps down their stuff. They can't untap it. It's there. It has affinity for tokens. It's fine. But yeah, this is the deck, man. If you like it, let me know. And oh, one other thing also is, so yeah, again, if you have these 2 on the battlefield, Baskin Brood Scale, Donatello, if you have something like you to turn it into a win, you really want to have something like Peregrine Took, Kina, or where is it? Maybe World Waker Helm. This one not so much, but it's there. It'll add map tokens. But basically you want something that makes an additional token on top of the 2 tokens that you'll be infinitely generating, because then you'll get infinite of that 3rd type of token as well, which you can usually abuse with the card that makes the token. So yeah, I think that's everything I need to go over as far as the combos. Let's go over real quick some cards that should be in the deck, but I just don't have the wild cards, but you should absolutely include them if you have them. Oh, there's one I'm missing. Hold on. Don't mind me. Fuck it, we'll do it live. Bam, Altar of the Brood Scale. Okay, so yeah, these cards here, don't mind the MDFCs, don't worry about those. But these 4 cards here, if you have them, I would probably run them, and I probably would as soon as I get the wild cards. I just got a rare wild card from opening a pack a while ago, but this one makes a not a map token, it makes a land token that's gonna ramp you. It's also a changeling, so you can abuse that with the anything that says like because you run a few cards, or I run a few cards that care about the mutant type line. So yeah, you can abuse the changeling on that as well as ramping. Lonus, this one, if you have a lot of clues, you can steal cards from your opponent's deck. If you make infinite clues with the Academy Man, then you can, you know, just steal something crazy out of their deck. Who knows? Benthic Biomancer, when he gets a counter, you can loot. So if you get a loop going to where you can infinitely put counters and make your creatures big, if he is one of those creatures, you can then infinitely loot your deck. So that should be in there. And then finally, Altar of the Brood. You want to have this because as soon as you have infinite token generation and this on the battlefield, your opponent will have to mill their entire deck. Okay, and that is all of the combo explanations and deck tech out of the way. Let me get out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Also, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. But yeah, that's it for me. I'm out of here this time. For reals. Peace. Had to record this like 3 times because of my mic. Jeez.